What's good, guys? So I'm assuming most of you know about Cody Ko, and a couple days ago some pretty serious allegations came out about him that honestly just fucked my day right up. See, personally, I'm a massive fan of Cody. My girlfriend and I watch him all the time, and it really sucks seeing these allegations come out. Also, just so you know, these allegations aren't exactly brand new. There just haven't been many mainstream YouTubers making videos on it, so the evidence has kind of fallen through the cracks. Alright, enough yapping, let's take a look at the actual allegations. Wallace posted a video about the whole situation a couple days ago, which is how I found out about it, so let's take a look at what he had to say.
Someone has been alleging for years now that you, one of the largest commentary creators on YouTube, knowingly committed a crime against her when she was a minor.
That's right, here we fucking go again. Yet another YouTuber being exposed for liking kids. I honestly don't understand what it is about this platform that corrupts the minds of its users. I swear there's a new child-touching content creator exposed every other week. Honestly, it low-key makes me hope I never blow up on here just because I don't want to get infected with the fucking virus or whatever going around. I mean, there's so many YouTubers with the exact same story, Dr. Disrespect, EDP, and Takeshi to name a few. Anyways, these allegations against Cody pretty much stem from one person, Tana Mongeau.
I hooked up with Cody Ko when I was 17 and he was 25.
Before I get into the specifics of the allegations, I think it's important to mention that Tana isn't exactly a perfect person either. Her history on YouTube is filled with lies, controversy, and deception, not exactly making her a trustworthy source. She became famous at an extremely young age, continuously chasing that ever so delicious clout that I'm sure has had some negative effects on her brain. She said the N-word on the internet before, which you know isn't the best showing of character, and she was also caught partying during COVID, pretty much responding by saying that she didn't give a fuck, a sentiment that also carries over to her relationships, as she has openly admitted to cheating on her boyfriends multiple times in the past. So yeah, those are the types of things that she's known for, and her fans love her for it. She's pretty much this like crazy party girl that does dumb shit for the camera. But I think a lot of people like her because, like she has said, she doesn't give a fuck. She's open about her mistakes, and even though she usually exaggerates her stories, there's always an element of truth to them. Anyways, her and Cody first interacted about 8 years ago in a video on Tana's channel titled The Shittiest Video Ever.
What's up, guys? It's Tana Mongeau, and... Alright, so... Trust me. Ow! Oh my god. Teach me some slang. Teach me some teen slang.
Okay, well, I was gonna like write it
down. Alright, so I'm way too old to be on YouTube. Obviously.
Same.
Now, when this video was filmed, Tana was 17 and Cody was 25. But let's fast forward a couple years to 2017. Now, like I mentioned earlier, Tana publicly admitted to cheating on her boyfriends and said this on a podcast. Whoa. Before I show you, I noticed that you still haven't subscribed or liked the video. More than 90% of my viewers aren't subbed, so if that's you and you want to stay updated on the latest internet news, just subscribe. Alright, let's see what Tana had to say.
And that's not right, that's not correct. I know now, I was 17 at the time, 18. Like, that's not what you do, but at the time it was just like, oh, you think I'm this and you're treating me and calling me all these names and treating me really horribly and like using me for a lot of money and like...
If you're gonna say I'm cheating, okay, I'm gonna cheat.
And it's like if you're using me for mad money and making me buy hella shit for you and like, you know, forcing me to fly out to you just to be like super emotionally and like psychotically like shit, okay, bet. And so I started kind of hooking up with other people. Shout out JC Kalen, shout out Cody Ko.
Don't.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, I have no idea who Jason Kalen is, but the name Cody sounds kind of familiar. Apparently, after the podcast went live, Cody reached out to her and messaged, "Are we good?" mentioning how he has an upcoming wedding with his wife Kelsey. Tana responded that they were, and the podcast was later taken down and re-uploaded without that little clip I just showed you. Cody's response makes me feel like they had some kind of deal behind the scenes, and it seems kind of manipulative of him to bring stuff such as his wife and his family into the midst of all of this. Okay, now let's fast forward to 1 month ago. Brooke and Tana have this live show where shit gets kind of crazy, and they ask people not to record because the tea they spill is fucking hot. But lo and behold, someone was obviously recording, and a clip from the show started going viral on TikTok.
Who's the smallest dick you've ever had sex with?
Oh my god, no one look at me, Cody Ko. Delete the videos. I can say that. I was literally 17. I can say that. What? Sorry. Delete the videos. Oh my god, I wasn't here.
Damn, it's really not looking good for Cody right now. And Tana would go on to address the Cody Ko situation again in her podcast, saying this.
I understand that this isn't just some crazy tea. It was a crime. Yeah. I've tried to talk about this a million times, and I feel like I never have the right words. but it's everywhere all over the internet. And I know people want me to talk about it, and I'm going to do my best right now. You know, I hooked up with Cody Ko when I was 17 and he was 25. Yeah, it happened. And to be 100% truthful, when I look back at the Cody situation, I definitely am like, why was he doing that? You know what I mean? But there isn't a part of me, at least at 25 now. I mean, I look back and I would never do anything like that. So I'm like, the fuck was wrong with you?
Yeah.
But I don't associate or hold it with trauma because I am such a comparative person where I'm like, so many worse things have happened to me. Because I have my feelings towards it, right? And like I'm expressing those right now. And I said that on stage very much so as just I was being jokey about it and whatever, right? And it's almost like the public's reaction to this has made me feel 10 different types of ways that I didn't feel before. Like, I have seen so many comments of people like on some like, but what was she wearing shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On some like, well, it's Tana Mongeau. And
ew,
isn't that crazy?
That's so
like,
fucked
what if she's lying or she's this and she's that and she's dramatic? First of all, there's nothing, I would never lie about that. Like, I'm not going to put an allegation on anyone, like, ever like that, obviously. But then I just, like, I feel so bad for all of these young girls because then they see that and then it makes them not want to come forward. And then I am like, wow, fuck everyone.
Yeah.
Like, seeing people not believe you is so crazy.
So yeah, this is some crazy shit. And no matter how you want to try and spin it, what Cody allegedly did is a crime. I've seen some people on Twitter and stuff basically saying that it's possible Cody didn't know what age Tana was, but to me, it seemed like in the video on her channel, Cody was extremely aware, saying that he's too old for YouTube and that Tana should educate him on quote-unquote teen slang. So yeah, it seems like Tana's claim is that Cody knew how old she was at the time, also stating that someone tried to stop him, and yet he still continued. This mystery person is none other than Gabbie Hanna.
And there were so many situations. There was a situation with Gabbie Hanna at a Playlist Live where she pulled him aside and told him, like, yo, she's 17. And then we still went and hooked up. And I can look at that and be like, why the fuck were you doing that?
And this isn't some random story that Tana's talking about. Gabbie's actually on record as well, telling the same story from her perspective several years before the podcast with Tana was even recorded.
One time, I told a guy, I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage. And I pulled him aside and I was like, hey man, you probably don't know. I know she like looks a little older. She's underage. Watch it. And he was like, oh my God, thank you for telling me. And then he turned that.
In my opinion, this is definitely the most compelling piece of evidence out there because there's a third-party recounting of the exact story years before Tana explained her own side of the story. I have no idea how this clip was unearthed and tied to Cody, but huge props to the sleuth that did it. Apparently, it had been scrubbed from all platforms, so it's insane that someone actually managed to find it. All in all, I think this clip shows that there's at least some element of truth to Tana's story, as she's not just trying to drum up more drama to profit off of. I mean, maybe she is, but that doesn't mean the drama isn't true. I saw a lot of people on Twitter and YouTube really just going at Tana and attacking her for speaking out, which obviously isn't the right thing to do, despite her poor show of character over the past couple years. Cody still hasn't responded, and I feel like until he does, we shouldn't be making any truly definitive statements despite things looking pretty fucking bad on his end. Another thing that really doesn't help his case is that there seems to be a distinct lack of comments about the situation on his YouTube channel compared to his Instagram, likely meaning that he has been deleting comments and attempting to brush the whole thing under the rug, a really fucked up thing to do. Despite the evidence, however, I think there's definitely a lot of people on the internet that ride for Cody so hard that they're never going to be willing to believe these allegations against him. Like I said earlier, I really like Cody's videos, and honestly, I'm just sad above all else that this information is coming to light because I expected so much better from him. Despite that, I'm not really mad at Tana, and she definitely did the right thing. Personally, I've never watched her or know much about her, but I'm glad she had the courage to speak out. I honestly have no idea how Cody's going to respond to all of this, if he even does. It's also so sad that on top of this coming out, he has a wife and kid as well that are going to see him in a whole new light. But I guess that's what you get when you tangle with kids. Allegedly, of course. Anyways, I really want to hear what you guys think about this whole situation because honestly, I'm torn. I really don't want to accept the allegations, but the evidence seems pretty fucking rock solid. But yeah, let me know your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's free and helps me out a lot. As always, it's been me, Kel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.